What is up guys, and welcome for a new video for Godfall. Today we have a look at Hinterclaw, probably one of the most popular valor plates in the game. Hinterclaw got some crazy powerful shards in the recent Exalted update. He can go through any in-game mode with such ease. Even the Exalted towers, which is the hardest in-game mode in the game, can be cleared super easily as all of his attacks do such large AO effect damage that no enemy can ever get a jump on you. If you guys enjoyed the video, then a like would be really appreciated. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future builds and videos. With that, let's get right into the build. So in the new Exalted update, Hinterclaw got some pretty powerful shards. The one that is most powerful is the Way of the Wolf. Whenever you hit an enemy with a timing attack, you will apply a doom tag on the enemies. The enemy will then store 60% of all critical damage that you will deal to them. After the tag expires, or once the enemy is killed, you will release the full power of that doom tag in a big shockwave. The reason why this shard is so strong: once you tag the enemies, you will store the critical hit damage you deal. The shockwave that is released will do critical hit damage, so it will take into account all the critical hit damage bonuses that you have. So for example, if the enemy has stored 100,000 damage, and if your character has 300% critical hit damage bonus, then the shockwave will do 400,000 damage. The higher your critical hit damage bonus, the more powerful the doom tag shockwave will be. So you have to deal damage as fast and as much as you can within those 10 seconds. To make storing damage even easier, we use the display of power shard. This gives your banners the ability to charge up a shockwave when you deal critical hit damage within your banner aura. When the shockwave is ready, you will deal 12,000 critical hit damage. This works just like I mentioned with the doom tag shockwave. The shockwave does 12,000 critical hit damage, and if you have 300% critical hit damage bonuses, then your shockwave for the banner will do 48,000 damage. The range of the shockwave from your banner is throughout the whole area of your banner. It can cover nearly the entire elevator fight. Since the shockwave does critical hit damage, you can tag all the enemies with the explosive wave, and you can then keep sending out the shockwave from your banner to store all that damage. It is super easy to clear each floor without having to go around and actually attacking each enemy with the doom tag. With that, let's go over the weapons and the gear pieces. There are many weapons you can use. You can use anything that you have which has good crit chance and crit damage, but here are some suggestions. The Seeth is a great weapon as it will give you greater blessing of luck whenever you inflict an element, which is around 30% crit chance. The Sword of Courage is also an amazing weapon as it can inflict multiple stacks of bleed on the enemies. If you have Hinterclaw as an Ascended status, you will get 25% chance to apply an extra stack of bleed whenever you do a critical hit. The more bleed stacks will mean more projectiles from your sword. The sword that I used is the Sword of Dominance, which has the perks from both the Seeth and the Sword of Courage, probably the best longsword perks you can get together. The Rahe's Shame is also amazing for the same reason. Pole Harms already hit really hard and you can store a great amount of crit damage as well as being able to apply a tremendous amount of element stacks. The Draco's Legacy is also good to get that blessing of luck. I personally really like to use the Dragon Call to get your shields recharged super fast so you can keep applying doom tags to everything around you. The Connivable Hammer is also great as it can charge up your banners pretty fast. Then for the final weapon we have the Bramble. This is probably the best weapon for this build as you can gain more crit damage with each critical hit and it can stack up to 8 times. That is it for the weapon suggestions. Make sure you have crit chance on all your weapons. For the amulet, we use the Amulet of the Exarchs to get our banner charged up super quickly, so we can use a display of power shard as much as possible. For the charm, we use the Mathos Star. This will give us the stats from the Lion's Talisman and the Ram Talisman. You can get this charm only from the boss Morax, either from the Dreamstone or Morax can spawn in the towers as well. For the rings, we use the Dust Lord's Signet to expose weak points as well as getting our weapon techniques to inflict elements. Then for the second ring, we use the Mark of the Red Armorer to help us in keeping our overhealth up. For the Lifestone and the banner, we keep it to the Archon's Tier and the Mesa's Bandrel for great amount of crit chance and crit hit damage. Now let's look at the Augments. Put Carnage bang on in the center. It will give you a very high crit damage bonus from all your adjacent augments. Add in Frostfire to get more crit damage during Rampage. If you have Hinterclaw as an Exalted Valor plate, then you will get another 30% crit damage during Rampage as well. Then Twilight Bloom to get your weapon tech damage super high. For your Vitality Augments, get Void Shell to get overhealth when you land critical hits. We use Rift to get a little bit more damage per element on the enemies. For our Spirit Augments, we use Divine Conduit to charge up our Archon Fury nice and quickly. Then for the last augment, we use Skirmish to get shield charge back with each kill. Make sure on all your augments you add in Might as your masterwork to make full use of Carnage in the center. Here is a look at the skill tree. Get all the timing attacks so you can use them with your weapon techniques. Get Explosive Wave as it does count as timing attacks. Speccing fully into banners will give you more overhealth from them as well as more banner duration. Everything else is basically standard. Here's a look at the Ascension powers and the stat sheet. That is it for the build, guys. It can absolutely destroy everything in any game mode. Anything outside the Exalted towers will die in near instantly just because how high your damage will be. The banner shockwaves are able to attack inside its full radius, which makes it the largest area attack in the whole game. You could get more damage with this build if you use the Great Hunt technique shard, but I am not really a fan of using the Sundering Slam. Getting 270% crit hit damage bonus will make your Doom Tag shockwaves even more powerful. But I like the banners a lot more as it can cover more space and is much more consistent in the Exalted towers. Just 1 or 2 hits or 1 weapon technique is enough to charge up the shockwave on your banner. You can send out a crazy number of shockwaves during the entire banner duration. The best weapon I like to use is the Dragon Coil. The combo I found that works best is to use your shield throw and explosive wave to tag all enemies. Then start sending out shockwaves from your banner. You'll be able to kill everything as it spawns in. It's so easy as you don't need to run around hitting every enemy. The banner just does all the work for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. Hinterclaw definitely got some of the most strongest shards in the game. The fact they don't rely on elements or consume just makes it even better. It's just raw power. Do you guys like the new shards on Hinterclaw? Have you given them a try? Let me know. I would love to hear from you all. I will catch you all next time.